Ariadna is a very special opera because it's an opera about making an opera. And Strauss and Hofmannsthal were thinking of a piece which has to combine the qualities of a serious dramatic opera and a comedy. So what they do is they show the preparation of the opera in the first act, and they show how a young composer has to prepare his opera in circumstances which are very against art, because he has to do what the people who paid for the opera want. And they want him to present this opera before an Italian comedy, and he thinks this is not very helpful to his opera to put it in between the evening dinner and the Italian opera. But then it gets even worse, because he is informed that the rich man who paid for the opera wants the opera to be played at the same time as the Italian comedy. So he has to respond very quickly. They have to improvise. And in the second act, when we see the actual opera is played, everything is improvised and everything has to combine a musical comedy and an opera at the same time. Because the way Strauss wrote the music, he puts together like voices like in a Wagnerian opera style, high dramatic tenor and a high dramatic soprano, with the light coloratura voice of Stervinetta, and with the quartet of these four jokers who sing in a very rhythmical and funny way. And so he combines very different styles of singing and of voices in this part. And he also puts in the composer, who has something in between, because he has a light dramatic voice and he needs to, like, in the first part, represent the serious opera within a lot of recit, like very day-to-day comedy style music. So it's a combination of very different kinds, and so you need brilliant singers in very different qualities of voices and of style, and that makes it very difficult to have a good Ariadne, because you need very different people and a very demanding musical score. And I think what we tried to show is that along this original idea by Strauss and Hofmannsthal, to show that you have to improvise on the theater. And so it's a piece about musical theater, about how to work from the moment, how to improvise, how to make everyone bring out the best under difficult circumstances. And that's more or less what we have to face in the opera anyway, all the time.